Okay, let's talk about opinions, other people's opinions. They come thick and fast, don't they? In all shapes or sizes, and in expected and unexpected ways. Now, from being little, I really had strong opinions. And often, for me to be able to make a decision, I often could be reliant on myself. And from being very little, I was very intuitive, very instinctive. I knew what I liked and what I didn't. I knew what felt good and what didn't. And I was very in tune with myself. I was not that person who was just easily led. And sometimes it would mean me making decisions where I did things on my own, or people would think I was quite sad, and I was quite sad at certain points. But generally, like I had something in me that I knew who I was and I knew what I wanted to do. And now, having children myself, I see those traits in my own house. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about is that moment when you share who you are and what you're all about, and you get a response. And sometimes it will be a positive response where people are like, that sounds amazing, go for it. And those people who are in your life who support and back you every step of the way. And I am so grateful for those people in my life. And also, those people are people who will throw something else in the mix of that sounds great, this is brilliant. But these are like people that I trust. And they'll say, did you know about this thing though? Or don't forget about that because this could be something really great. And often it's the intention. That person is coming in to help me. They're not coming from a like, now let me just take control of this situation and put all sorts of other ideas in your head. Like, it comes from love. It comes from me wanting to be the best version of myself. Now let's open up the floor to the other opinions. And these opinions are, I can feel it. They're stingy in the moment. And I've watched it with my own children, and I felt it within myself sometimes when they say something, or when you feel like you're in that pure alignment and it's like somebody pops your bubble or bursts your balloon, and they say something mean or toxic or confronting or negative or passive aggressive, and you're just left with that, that really winded me. And unless we catch that thought or opinion, we can let that stay with us. And I'm sure you've been in many conversations, and you will probably have your own versions of these, and I do too, where you as an adult right now might be telling yourself that you can't do something because a teacher when you were in year 7 said that you couldn't. And I'm not even going to like plant any more detail than that. But you know those things that are in your past where they've implicated how you've moved forward because of this particular thing. And this is important to recognize. The intention and the person behind the comment, the remark that pops the bubble. Because I have now got to an age and stage where some things don't sting anymore. They don't hurt anymore. And I always have that sort of step back of like, ooh, that's really interesting that person said that. And I can do it with a smile like, oh, that's really interesting that person said that in that moment. I wonder why that is. And I get curious about it. I wonder why that is. Why are they doing that? That's saying more about them. But what I also remind myself of in that moment is that often I have now got to a stage where I have seen too much, experienced too much, witnessed too much to go back to that vibration that they are bringing to the table. So, for example, when I was growing up, I had this dream that I wanted to go to drama school. That was the whole plan. And I would tell people, and then people would be mean about it, so I shut up about it and I kept it to myself. But this was always the plan. And in a way, I had no idea how I was going to get that. I didn't even know really, I didn't grow up in London. I had no idea of whether I would get in or what my ability was like. I mean, I had a little bit of a sense, but not really, not in terms of the numbers and the probability that you're going to get a place. And what I noticed all the time is the amount of people that would say, it's really hard, you can't make money, very few people get in, by the way, all of these things. And they would talk very negatively about the industry. And I also saw this with coaching as well, like, oh, it's just this, it's just that. And then what you find is the more you go through it, the more you see, your network grows, the rooms you go into. And there are people that I watch on the internet who have become millionaires from what it is that they do. I have known people who have, become famous in Hollywood, or there are so many different things. And it's strange now when that sting happens because I've seen too much, and I don't believe that because I've seen something else. And so what I want you to do is really be aware and tuned into that in terms of your business or the goals that you are moving forward, because I also know when you make a decision to make a change, not everybody likes it. And some people will have opinions and they will want you to remain the same. And to a point that is okay. But I want you to have that snapback comment for yourself of going, yeah, but you can do that. Or there is a way. I saw that person on the internet. They can do it. I can do it. And to break that, like cut the cord of that negative comment so you can continue to move forward. Because what happens is if you keep looking at the comment and going over it in your head and then phoning your mum and go, I can't believe that this person said this. It felt really negative and awful. And maybe that is the case. I need you to step away from it. I need you to zoom out and go, no, hang on a minute. The person who said that doesn't know what I know. They haven't seen what I've seen. They are looking at this thing from their perspective, which is actually quite small in this scenario. Let me know what resonates. If you want some help and support and accountability, come and work with me for 100 days. I tell you what, that will future-proof things. That will give you that golden coat of armor that's like, these are my boundaries. You cannot pass. I am on my way. I'm doing these things. I would love to chat with you further. Send me a message and we can go from there. Bye.